What's up, Florida Outdoors people? Welcome back to the Florida Outdoorsman channel. As you can see, we are not in the water. We are out in the woods. We are going to be doing some deer scouting. It's like a couple weeks before deer season, so figure now is a better time to get out here and scout rather than doing this months ago when it would have been perfect to do this. It's still hot. As you can see, it's overcast and it's still hot. So I'm gonna make my way into the woods here and place a camera. I already did some scouting with the drone, so later on, if I get some drone footage, I'll add that to this video. But I am not a deer hunter by any means. It has probably been, I don't know, it's been years since I deer hunted. Not very good at it. I don't really want to deer hunt here in the state of Florida because, well, the deer are not big. We'll just say that. So we gonna make our way over to a spot that kind of looked good. It's been raining all day, which is why we're getting such a late start. I mean, time check for you, it's 4 in the afternoon. But we're out here in Bull Creek and St. Cloud, so we'll just see how well this works out, shall we? So, if you guys got any private land that you would allow old Florida outdoorsmen to hunt, that'd be much appreciated, because I kind of suck at this whole deer scouting. Ducks, turkeys, I'm good at. Deer, not so much. Kind of been out of the game a little too long. With that being said, I also have a trip lined up for November that I will tell you guys all about when it gets closer to that, once I actually confirm the details and everything. So that'll be fun. But let me go set up this camera in the woods, and I'll show you guys what all I kind of look for as someone that has no idea what they're doing when it comes to deer scouting. All right, talk to you guys in a bit. All right, y'all, so as you can see, we got the camera set up. It's pointing at this big open area. Tons of trails out that way. Fingers crossed we get something. I mean, looks like things are coming all through here, so we shall see. But as you can tell, it is a satellite camera, so as soon as I get something, I will have it on my phone. And that might have been a notification that I stood in front of the camera. Yes, it is. Perfect. All right, cool. So let's get back to the truck. We got one more camera set up. Hopefully, before I leave here, I have something that I can insert into this footage. If not, then I'll just see. We'll just set up the camera. But fingers crossed that we get something at least within 24 hours. All right, see you guys. What is up, Florida Outdoors people? Future editing Adam here. As you can see here, we're doing some scouting with the drones. You know, we got these nice, cool open areas, which is kind of what I was looking for. I'm not a great deer hunter, but what I do look for is like these open-ish areas with trees around that I can set up a stand. I know that the recording on the drone isn't that good. I get that the flying isn't that good either. Leave me alone. Still working on that. I'm just happy I didn't crash, but this is just kind of the areas that I look for when I'm scouting for deer. Alright guys, so here's the second time that I flew the drone. You know, it's really cool. Again, what I'm looking for is these big giant open areas. Plus we're living in Florida, or I'm hunting in Florida I should say. So I'm looking for swamp deer. I mean, that's the whole thing about this video, is I'm looking for swampy areas, big open areas where I can set the climber up and look over where these deer are. You know, it's going to be a long walk. This is public land. So, unfortunately, I'm going to be doing some walking. I probably should get an e-bike, but, you know, walking's healthy. But what I'm kind of looking for is I fly the drone up high and I look for those open areas back there, and then off to the left of the screen, that kind of swampy area, all those woods in there. You want to kind of keep... I kind of want to go to those areas. Alright. It's kind of close to the road, a little bit closer than I would want, but it's still open. Now, one thing that I don't think the camera does a very good job of is showing you just how high the palmettos are. You'll see later on when we go through all the camera footage just how just how high palmettos sit on these deer, on these hogs. I won't spoil it, but there's another animal that we get on, actually there's a couple more animals, but there's another significant animal that we get on camera footage. But so there was a whole nother section of this video, but unfortunately the GoPro died, and what you guys are going to see is about like a week later. So let's get into that, guys. What is up, Florida Outdoors people? Welcome back to the Florida Outdoorsman channel. As you can see, we are not out in St. Cloud right now. We are out on the St. John's. It's about a week later. I figured, why don't we take one camera from St. Cloud, move it out here to the St. John's, and it'll be in a super secret spot that I think we'll see some good stuff. All right, so let's get on our way, guys. I'm happy that you have continued to join me on this journey. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. Talk to you guys in a bit. See ya. All right, guys, so we're back in a secret area that I was talking about. It is open-ish and muddy as can be. I think this is gonna be hog heaven. Fingers crossed that we can get some deer that come through here too. But I have a feeling it's mostly gonna be hogs. So let's get the trail cam set up. I'll show you guys after that gets set up, and then we'll head back to the boat. And if you want to see the pictures that are on this camera that's about to be put up, check it out on Instagram. All right, at Florida Outdoorsman on Instagram. All right, that's more of like, you can message me. That's more how you can get in contact with me if you guys wanted. So all right, let's get this set up, and I will meet you back at the Florida Outdoors Lab, aka checking the trail cam from Bull Creek. Alright guys, so this is going to be the trail camera footage. I have gotten so many pictures of just this because I did not set the camera up correctly. And this is just in there to show you significantly why you need to put the camera in there correctly. This is a doe that I would only have show up at night. She would not show up during the day. Actually, I didn't have significantly anything show up during the day. It's subtle, but I don't think this was the doe. I think this is a little fork that you'll see later on here in a few seconds, because I heard him scraping and I saw some scrapes when I pulled this camera. There's that one again, just kind of the back of the deer. There's the little fork. Significantly, this is the only buck that I saw all day during the day, was that picture right there. Here's a turkey. That's what I thought was kind of special to show you guys. It was that not only did we get deer, but we also got turkey and raccoons. So I'm very happy at least that came in. So I'm excited for turkey season. There's that doe. Now, with that being said, You guys need to check out Instagram because something has been chasing her the past couple of days. What is up, Florida Outdoors people? Welcome back to the Florida Outdoorsman channel. As you can see, we ain't in St. Cloud right now. It's about a week later, and yeah, I figured let's take one of the cameras that wasn't getting a lot of animals on it. What is up, Florida Outdoors people? Welcome back to the Florida Outdoorsman channel. As you can see, we are not out in St. Cloud. We are on the Jenny Lynn. It is about a week later. That is a big gar that just swam by. Sorry, ADD. As you can see, we are not on. This is take number 3 for this intro, for not even an intro. What is up, Florida Outdoors people? Welcome back to the Florida Outdoorsman channel. As you can see, we are not in St. Cloud. It is about a week later. We are on the St. John's. I figured let's take one camera, move it from St. Cloud, and move it out to a super secret spot out here on the St. John's that I am not telling you guys about. And you guys will never get it out of me. Alright? Unless you ask nicely. Then I will probably tell you because I'm a nice guy like that. Anyway, we are going to be heading in a direction that is not northeast or west from the boat ramp to my super secret spot. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys when we get out there. This intro is stupid. What is up, Florida Outdoors people? This is so dumb. How am I having so much trouble with this one? Oh man, guys, I got my hat wet.